Can you imagine a world where invisible killers lurk around every corner? Stay tuned to uncover the deadliest viruses that have shaped history. Number 1. The Black Death was a bubonic plague pandemic that occurred in Europe from 1346 to 1353. It was one of the most fatal pandemics in human history. As many as 50 million people perished, perhaps 50% of Europe's 14th century population. Number 2. The 1918-1920 flu pandemic, also known as the Great Influenza Epidemic, or by the common misnomer Spanish flu, was an exceptionally deadly global influenza pandemic caused by the H1N1 subtype of the influenza A virus. The earliest documented case was March 1918 in the state of Kansas in the United States, with further cases recorded in France, Germany, and the United Kingdom in April. 2 years later, nearly a third of the global population, or an estimated 500 million people, had been infected in 4 successive waves. Estimates of deaths range from 17 million to 50 million, and possibly as high as 100 million, making it one of the deadliest pandemics in history. Number 3. The global pandemic of HIV/AIDS, human immunodeficiency virus infection and acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, began in 1981 and is an ongoing worldwide public health issue. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, by 2023, HIV/AIDS had killed approximately 40.4 million people, and approximately 39 million people were infected with HIV globally. Of these, 29.8 million people, 75%, are receiving antiretroviral treatment. There were about 630,000 deaths from HIV/AIDS in 2022. The 2015 Global Burden of Disease study estimated that the global incidence of HIV infection peaked in 1997 at 3.3 million per year. Global incidence fell rapidly from 1997 to 2005 to about 2.6 million per year. Incidence of HIV has continued to fall, decreasing by 23% from 2010 to 2020, with progress dominated by decreases in Eastern Africa and Southern Africa. As of 2023, there are about 1.3 million new infections of HIV per year globally. Number 4. The 2013-2016 epidemic of Ebola virus disease, centered in West Africa, was the most widespread outbreak of the disease in history. It caused major loss of life and socioeconomic disruption in the region, mainly in Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. The first cases were recorded in Guinea in December 2013. The disease spread to neighboring Liberia and Sierra Leone, with minor outbreaks occurring in Nigeria and Mali. Secondary infections of medical workers occurred in the United States and Spain. Isolated cases were recorded in Senegal, the United Kingdom, and Italy. The number of cases peaked in October 2014 and then began to decline gradually, following the commitment of substantial international resources. Finally, at number 5, the COVID-19 pandemic, also known as the coronavirus pandemic and COVID pandemic, caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, SARS-CoV-2, began with an outbreak of COVID-19 in Wuhan, China, in December 2019. It spread to other areas of Asia and then worldwide in early 2020. The World Health Organization, WHO, declared the outbreak a public health emergency of international concern, PEIC, on the 30th of January 2020, and assessed the outbreak as having become a pandemic on the 11th of March. Hit the like button if you found this useful.